Hey everybody, and welcome to this weekly update with myself, Sarah Lean. So this week we've seen Microsoft Build run, and we've have a ton of news and announcements. What I've done is I've picked about 8 or 9 of those announcements, and we're going to talk through them today. So without further delay, let's dive in to the news. So the first bit of news is that the Windows Package Manager version 1.0 is now out, and this is a package manager that you can use to install software. So if you're familiar with something like Chocolatey on Windows, which is my kind of package manager of choice at the moment, then Windows Package Manager here is very similar to that, if not the same. And it's currently offering over 1,400 different packages that you can install. So definitely check this out. You might be familiar with it in terms of the command line that you use. So if you've ever used Winget, that is the Windows Package Manager, but we've now got version 1.0 that's been released at Build. So definitely check that out and upgrade your version if you're running it in your environment. So we've had announcements around WSL, or the Windows subsystem for Linux, and this has now been able to leverage the GPU within your environment or on your machine, which will mean you can actually run your Linux AI and machine learning scenarios inside WSL. So exciting to see this. So definitely make sure you're updating your WSL environment to take advantage of this new capability. And there's other new capabilities as well that's been announced around this. So definitely check out the news, what's happening with the WSL platform. So we've also saw the team announce a new version of Bicep, which is the deployment language. So version 0.4 is coming out on 2nd of June, and it's going to offer us some more stability. The team have been taking on your feedback and looking to develop it much more. So again, if you're using Bicep, definitely check out this new version and see if you can leverage it and how it actually makes deploying resources to Azure better for you. So it's the second birthday of the Windows Terminal solution, and as a celebration, they've released a preview version. So version 1.9 has been released at Build this week, and it has some exciting features. So they've introduced something called Quake Mode, meaning that you can use a keystroke or a key shortcut to actually open up Windows Terminal in half your screen, much like what you're seeing on screen right now. So definitely exciting. I'm going to have to go and check that out and make sure that I've got the right keystrokes and nothing else is tangling with that. So exciting times. And they've also updated other various versions. I think there's new support for different font types and new languages. I think there's some Hebrew upgrades if you're using Windows Terminal in that language. So again, this is a preview version, so you can run it separate to your Windows Terminal version, or you could use this now as your default one. But again, exciting times to see all of these products getting updates and celebrate its second birthday as well. We saw the Azure Storage team release the Azure Storage Blob Inventory, which is a preview feature. And what this feature is going to do is give you an overall view of your blob data within a storage account. So you can see an inventory report to understand the total data size, the access tiers, the ages of your blobs and such like. And this will just give you a great overview for business and compliance needs that you might have within your organization. And this report, once it's enabled in your environment, will be updated daily. So you'll get a refreshed view every day. So again, another feature that will help you with some of your kind of day-to-day tasks, maybe again, answering those questions that auditors might ask you. So another thing to have a look at and investigate in your environment. We also saw a GA announcement. So Azure Kubernetes Service, or AKS, is now generally available within Azure Stack HCI. So again, another one to have a look at. I think it's only been released recently in preview, if my timing is right, but it's now GA, so it's now fully supported. It's now a production environment. So something you can get hands-on with and you can actually use. So AKS on Azure Stack HCI. So something that we've all been wanting for a while now is that we have managed certificates within App Service, and that's generally available. So let me make sure I'm getting all the details right here. So I'm just going to read a little bit of my notes here, but this is now allowing you to have a turnkey solution for securing your custom DNS name within an Azure App Service, which is great. So you'll get a fully functioning TLS SSL certificate that's managed by App Service and renewed automatically. There's no manual process for you to have to do. The free certificate does come with some limitations, so it is is pertinent that you actually read some of these, such as things it doesn't support, like a wildcard certificate, so it might not be fully supported for everybody here. It's not supported within the app service environment, so the ASE environment. It's not exportable, this certificate. It's not supported with root domains that are integrated with Traffic Manager, so again, something you need to have a look at. But basically what this managed offering gives you is a set and forget certificate that you can use for the life cycle of your web app, and it provides you a zero cost solution and an option as well within your dev, your test, or your production environments if you're using Azure Web App. So again, exciting to see this come in to play. So again, see how it runs within your environment, see if it can help you in a day-to-day management, and also a cost thing as well. So again, another great feature we're seeing going generally available this week. Something that I think sounds pretty cool that I need to investigate is that we can now run Azure Application Services anywhere with the help of Azure Arc. It's a preview service at the moment, but what it looks like it actually enables you to do is run App Service, Azure Functions, Azure Logic App, Azure Event Grid, or the API management tool anywhere with the help of Azure Arc. So it's no longer you have to put it on Azure. You could actually have it on an on-prem server, or you could have it in an AWS server and run some of these tools. This looks pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, just because it only got announced this week. But again, the breaking headline that running Azure Application Services anywhere with the help of Azure Arc is pretty phenomenal. So again, have a look into this. I will be looking into this in the coming weeks. So again, exciting times where Azure Arc is helping us enable these Azure services that we love to run anywhere and where we want them. Now, we've also got the Log Analytics Workspace Insights preview that's been released now. What this does is provide you a comprehensive monitoring solution for your workspaces. So for all of those Log Analytics workspaces that you might be managing within your environment. So you can get an overall view of your workspace usage. You can see the performance, you can see the health, you can see how much data is being ingested, you can see the queries that are being run on these workspaces. It's a pretty cool feature, actually. Again, from a management point of view, a compliance point of view, there's a lot of things that's here. Now, this is a preview feature, so again, something to bear in mind when you're using it. But again, if you're looking at trying to manage lots and lots of log analytics workspaces within your Azure environment, this might be a great management tool and a great plugin that can help you give that oversight and that overview of what's happening with all of those workspaces. Now, I know it's been fast, and I know there's been a lot of announcements, but hopefully it's helped you kind of catch up at what's happening at Microsoft Build. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I do these weekly updates every Friday, so you can always catch up on what's happening in the Azure world. And hopefully I'll catch you in another video.